You may you may live your life in a way that has been documented in one of what they call the universal sanctity of the universe. Where around you, no one has to worry about the security and watching their back other than their clumsiness. The godly divide as we, the people, unite. When I am unites. The spirit, the four corners of the talit, the spirit unites. There is no eight. Eight that surrounds one is not real. Eight includes both worlds. What is the interior 246820 to what is possibly connecting and rotating only on the outside of Rubik's Cube, known as 1, 5, 7, and 9. You can move 1 and 3. You can move 1 and 7. You can move 3 and 9. You can move 7 and 9. I'm just going to leave this over here. But you cannot move 2 and 4 or 2 and 6 at the same time. You can move 2 and 8 at the same time. If you're looking at this, 2 and 8 are over here, 4 and 6 are over here. How does the dice cube turn this way? What happens when it turns this way? What is it when it's supported this way? See the way my fingers are sitting 3 and 2? Does this mean anything? Can I support it this way? There's no yes. I can actually, let me see. I can use, how many fingers? 4 fingers to hold 4 sides, and 2 sides are not being used. So that would be my pole. And if you look at it as my pole, it goes in and it must go down because it's blocked by my arm. The musical note, somebody was speaking about the musical note the other day, and I looked at it and I go, oh my God, yes, the musical note, the DNA, how things go into the center and then they shift. Let me just fix this. Sometimes people don't follow me. Remember, when I come here, I'm not here really to teach anybody other than to sort of teach myself so that I should remember. That should there be somebody that takes an interest in what I have an interest in, then you and me are part of each other's interactive memory, working on the same idealism, the same situation together, whoever we are, all of us. We become what is the unified, let's call it, when you want to bring God together, and you're saying that God is love, but love can't come together unless the people come together. We as me and I, is me is the 13th and the 5th letter. It is DC. It is what will create AI. AI brings together the E worlds. Let me explain what AI is. A can go to H. 1 can go to number 8. There are only 6 numbers in between and 1 and 1 on the outside. 9 can go to 2, as 2 can go to 9. There are 6 numbers, 6 and 6. A and I cannot go together. They are the polarity, a love of each other. How can I explain it? They're a pull from one end. It is the beginning of A is the ending in I. So if you go in through A, you come out through I. You pass through E. And once you pass through E, you pass through the olive tree. Because once you pass through E as AI, you go zoom. What is that? That's where you separate and go 3 over to 7. Come on, calculator. I've got 1,000 calculators. And I need it as an instance. When my mind is thinking, I can't stop it. I don't want to stop it. The calculator, the dice cube, Rubik's Cube, the ATM, your telephone. See, I don't remember where I was. Not fun to work that way. So I was talking about A and H, and where do I get my information from? Well, I'm going to take the basis of my information from when the alphabet ends at Z, you are ending at the 26th letter. Okay, let me write this down. Write it. You should write it. We should be writing everything down. I got 4 books open. I just found 2 books inside my bag. So much is going on. So much is going on. So let me see. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go back there in a minute. But just 1 second. You have A, which is noted to be the first letter, and you have Z, which is noted to be the 26th letter. Right? This will continue on. The mathematics will bring me into 20, and then it'll bring me into 2. So it'll actually be 1, 2. The reality is for these 2 to meet, they will meet on M and N. And the thing that I have to look about M and N is that they come together as 1 and 1 in gematria. And in gematria, I mean, for me, this is so important. This is so important. This is so important to be understood. Okay, this is gematria. Okay, we are sitting there, and there's a couple of things I have to show you. This, okay, when the dice cube or the cube turns to the side, I forget which reason that was with. This is when 3, when it sits on its point, okay, it's showing it's 90. How can I explain it? When the dice cube sits on its point over here, and all 3 sides are apparent towards up, there are 3 sides down, which means there are 4 sides around, which these sides that go around are going through the ground here, are going through the ground here. Remember how you turn. You turn the cube this way, the Nassau turns inside the cube when the cube is pointed into the ground as a pyramid, and every angle at the pyramid cut into one of these numbers or letters. And I don't choose these because I want to. These are the numbers according to gematria, okay, according to A through 7 and then down. So the alphabet, the first half of the alphabet, ends on M. It is A to M. Okay, the first half of the alphabet is A over to M, which is 1 over to 13 equals 291. When you go N, okay, over to Z, or 14, okay, over to 26. Hold on a second. Or 14 over to 26, which is N and Z. Okay, the total equals to 40. The total equals to 14. 14 plus 40 equals 54. It is a numeric for the red sun. This is, remember, base values. And when I talk base values, there's different dimensions. How can I explain it? There's multitudes of reasons why I put this number. I could have put another number. I could have put 23 instead of 27, and I would have given you reason. I have to give you a reason for whatever I choose to do. This reason is the letter reverse. And the letter reverse is where the reverse alphabet, letter reverse alphabet. Like on the piano, it's 1 and 52, and it's 52 and 1 equaling to 53, and 53 and 51 to the short side, right? And it all starts with a conjunction of Mars and Electric Company, Yo 11, the separation of the cat. And where do I get this? I get it in here. It's crazy because 3 is opposite of 4 and 5 is opposite of 2. So we get the cat is number 24, and 53 and 24 as like 51 and 26. So this is the cat and this is the dog. We have to understand how we can manipulate our numbers, that we do it all at the same time. It follows the same pattern for its choice. Like over here, every letter in the alphabet is a reverse of 27. There are 3 letters. That means sun gives us 91. The reverse of these 3 letters are H, F, and M. But when it comes to this letter over here, I am going to change it to H-A-M. The F is the inverted of A, but I did not choose it for that reason. I chose it because it's A-E. It's A-E-I-O and U. And since this was last, I would put the first one first. Okay, I could have used the H-I-M, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So it is going to be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. So this is going to be like bowling. You know, when you go bowling, you just use the first 6 and then use the second 6 and then use the third 6 and then you do it this way and that way, and inside of here it gets doubled up. It doesn't get doubled up everywhere. That's the reason for the 6 sides of the dice. It's like in the 6 sides of the dice, the if you want to do number 8, right? Let's do number 9. 1 and 8 does not exist on the dice cube. Okay, 2 and 7 does not exist on the dice cube. But yes, 3, okay, and 6 does exist on the dice cube, and 4 and 5 does exist on the dice cube. See, but this is relevant on one dice cube. This is relevant on 2 dice cubes. It is a 7 void at the gateway to the 1 spirit at the 8 heavens void of Venus. What happens is, you see, Mars is right over here. Here, remember,
Here we create the 45 angle and we create the 1.5 life of Mars. What is that 1.5 life of Mars, the E world? These three, when you take them out, when you remove them, 1, 2, 3 over here, you're going to have 3 blocks here and 3 blocks here. Okay, this is going to be a 1, 2 block. It's going to be an ABC block. This block over here that creates this block is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create the 33 separation. I made a design for this, but 3 and 4 are the polarities. They're 5 away from the center over here. How do you get to the center over here from this cube? Imagine the cube is sideways this way. How do you get to that 3, 4 center? The 3, 4 center is a 3.5. Since sideways, right, downwards, see if I'm going downwards, it goes by 3s. So downwards, as it's going by 3s, sideways, it's going by 1s. It's really funny, eh? Do you follow what I'm saying? The calculator, as it goes down, it goes by 3s. And as it goes sideways, it goes by 1. So it depends if the 4 is this way. If the 4 is this way, right, you can count 1, 2, 3. So you're going to go 1, 1, or you're going to go 3, 3. Or you're going to go 2, 2, or you're going to go this way as 4, 4. 9 over to 5, add 4. 5 over to 1, add 4. Not really. There's 3 numbers in between here. There's 3 numbers in between here. There's 1 number in between here. There's 1 number in between here. There's 3 numbers in between here, 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 and here. 3 numbers in between here and here, and all 1 numbers in between here. There's 3 numbers in between here and here, and 1 number in between here. This is your calculator. The average between here and here is going to be 5.5, 1.5 away. Between here and here, it is 1.5, it is 2.5, and it is 5.5. It is 6.5, it is 3.5. It is 4.5 in the sun, to 3.5 to electric company, and 5 and 2 meeting in Earth. In between here and here, it is the moon at 7.5. In between here and here, it is 6.5. It is the 7th gate over here. So what is happening? All these numbers are telling stories. Can we go 9 over to 1, 2 over to 8? You see that design? 9 over to 1, 2 over to 8. 9 over to 1, 2 over to 8. Now, 9 over to 1. So what I did, 2 and 8. Okay, and this is the passage of 5. So you know what's missing over here? If this is 9 and this is 1, we're missing 365.47 days. 365.47 days a year. We are 0.22 over the mark times 4 equals 88. 8 times 8, 8 plus 8 equals 2. Let me start to do this and show you this piece. Did I get it in? Do I have this in here? 8 times 8 and 8 plus 8 will equal to 16 and will equal to 64. This is where everything begins from over here. Okay, so what happens next? I'm just trying to set up this scenario. If I can set up this scenario, what 88 does. So this is where your 80 comes in. Now, what is your 80? It is your rotation of the sun cube in time on the cross through the gateway of 420. C47, the 4 faces of 10. 192837462846, or just do it this way, looking at 0. Right? You can go this way and this way, the cross over the 5 position. Remember the cross addition over the 5 position, or you can create the 0 and go around 20. So instead of going 10, 10, you got 20. Then you have 1 and 9, 7 and 3. So you have a total of a 40 face. 20 and 20. 40. Wow, I'm losing my vision. When nobody shows up, you know, I feel that compression is missing, but I'm going to move on. I'm going to try and see if I can stay focused. Hold on a second. Just want to check something on YouTube. Okay, just me watching. That's okay. Just give me 1 second. I just plugged in my phone. Just want to see. Okay, it's over here. Okay. So 33 times 47 is 1551. 1551. The addition and multiplication will create these numbers over here, which will create these numbers over here. Adding and subtracting equals to this number over here. Okay, this number over here is an extension from 16. It's inverted number. It will come into number 45. Number 45 will come into the IT system. This is DE. This is IT, like in deity. Then this will end up to be 18 and 11. I wanted to speak again. I'm so mixed up. I don't know what. I don't even like this video that I'm doing right now. But I have to get something off my chest. I've written so many pages that make sense. I'm just having so much a difficult time delivering. So anyways, this number, okay, added equals to 80. When it's multiplied, it's equals to 1551. This is going to be the gateway through the AD sun. What is AD? I don't know. You can really look at it as you're at first base. You're at the home plate. You go to first base, to second base, to third base, and then you come home. So you're one that stood on one base and went all the way around to come home. So it's 1 and 4. You get 1 point for it. The total of that is 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. So it relates back to that numeric value. The numeric value to D and A is right over here, which will create this numeric value. This is fox and this is sun. I always use the same ones. I can find other words. This to me is birth. Although birth equals to 28 and 29. You're talking about the moon. 57, and then the B, the 1/4 world of the 1/4 of what you are, equaling to 59. But you are a moon child. 9 and 8 from Venus. 28 and 29. You also lock up with 31 and 26, which is 84. This one will connect you to your spirit. Together they will come to the dog planet of Pluto, the Pluto moon. The alphabet I explained before. The alphabet starts on A and ends on H. So that means what has to be in between A and H. What is the center letter? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Since these are the extremities, we have 2 and 7, we have 3 and 6, we have 4 and 5. So your center to these letters, okay, is these letters here. And that'll be the fox pass in the sun. That will lead on to your birth. And your birth is not included here. Your birth is where it comes to I, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, F. Your birth will be A, B, C, D, F, and this is the cube. That is your birth, and this is the cube. The 9 ball connected to the 11, the 12, the 13, the 14, the 15, and the 16. Connected to the 12, the 10, the 11, the 12, the 13, the 14, and the 15 ball. The total of the first and last of I will create the 16th ball. Please note inside of here, you have 600. When you see C and D together, okay, that is 4 or 600 or 4, 5, and 600. Roman numeral effect. Federation, 13, 14, 15, 42, the dividing gates. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to come back in a minute. Hey, how you doing? Am I on track? I'm off track. I'm trying to empty out a little bit. I've written so much. I have so much information. Always pertinent, of course, because what we're doing right now is I'm building the pieces to a larger puzzle. Be right back. I need a little water. Yeah, somehow I got to learn to stay on the subject, eh? So let me get back to this. Okay, this is the game of pool, and in the game of pool, the second set of numbers, okay, is A through F, entering in what is I to entering what is G, 7 and 9, to where F is 6 and I is, sorry, where a G is like I, 9 and 7 is 16, where like F is A, where like E is B. So we're going to try and see if I can show you this. Where H is in the center. So where you have G and I, 79, I feel very awkward. And we have F and A, which is 61, and we have E and B, which is 52, and we have D and C, which is 34. So we should be stopping right over here, right? I got D over here and I went to C over here, but my cube is finished. So what will happen now is I'm going to go from C over to D, 34, and then I'm going to go B over to E, 25, and I'm going to go A over to F, 1 and 6. So the entire two sides of what is pool will now come into the understanding of everything is a 7. And we're starting with what is 7 and 9, 16, and 63. So we have to understand where, and this is the 7th gate to the half-life birth, because 7 times 7 equals to 14 and 49, equaling to that number over here. That number is the void and the dot and the void, and it will create what is I and R. 3 can only be created from the 1 and 1 world. This 99, okay, is a 13 marker. number 13, Jupiter, but somehow equals, it's a 99 marker. Why do I keep thinking it comes from Mars when it's 99? And there's so many little things that come out of this. There's so much going on, so much going on. My coffee's ready. I'm going to come back and speak about this. I'm going to try and explain it, how numbers come together in their house. The Mayan calendar telling you about 13, telling you about 7. Well, the invert of 167, okay, is 7613. The invert of 9413 is what is 347. When you flip it, when you fold the triangles, it goes to this side and then to this side and then to this side and then to this side. And you're going to create the Star of David. And I see all these smart mathematicians doing so many things that I go, oh my God, I know all this stuff. I'm going, oh my God, they had to learn it in math. And I just learned it by just situation, but fantastic, smart people. I'd like to get on board. Water has finished boiling. Give me a second, I'll be back. It shows that no one's here. I think I'm gonna edit this a little bit. I'm gonna add Facebook on because it's early in the morning. Just added Facebook. Just added. I don't like to really put it up Facebook. I know it's not going to be the greatest video. I'm emptying out weeks long of ripping out pages and writing 280-page books and basically not sharing it all because it's just so minute pieces and parts, and I can't explain the reason to its fullest, but I can show a basic detailed understanding for the inquisitive mind of how to reach both ends, to understand what is the center. And I'm going to go to the alphabet. There's 26 numbers, but can we chop the alphabet? Can we condense it? Yes, we can. There's many ways to shift, alter, and associate the elements of the alphabet through their numeric value, as to say the 16th letter and the 11th letter are complete reversals of each other. So since they're complete reversals of each other, the 16th and the 11th letter, let me just show you one thing before I get my little drink, is that the 16th letter and the 11th letter are reversals of each other. This is your basic extremity of the cube, A through F. This is A and A. So mathematically, the first mathematic, this is going to create 1 and 2. This is going to create 6 and 7. This will be 3 and 13. This is your basic creation off the cube. But we can never go A through F. We can go A through over to E. So what would happen in this situation, because they are the same? How do you meet them in the middle? Well, everything that's in the middle of something to me is either going to be a 5 or it's going to be a 3. That's what it has to be, a 5 or a 3. 1 is in time, and this is what is 100% meeting in the center area space of 1 separation, which would be 55, 0.5 and 0.5 to meet at the center. When it becomes the cube, okay, when you meet at the center, it's 3, 3, 3. So to meet, you will move 3, and to meet, you will move 3, and after that, it has to be 1.5 to meet at that center, but there is no 1.5, so they both join at that center. 3 and 3, and 3 and 3, 6 and 6 equals 12 equals 9. They both join at the center. So this would be L, and this would be I, although it's, so then we can end up saying 3, 9, because that's the way it is. You only get 3 this way. So this is your 33, 33, 33. If it was this way, okay, it would be 11, 11, 11. Standard. Now, when you go side to side, there's a 1 separation and 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 a 1 separation. That 1 separation value is 5 because there's only one area space between them. So if you go this way or this way, it becomes 7.5. So that's a 0.5 to get to the center. So they're all 0.5s going this way. Going up and down, they're all 6s. The reason for 6s is because there's a separation of 1.3 as you see it, which is 1.5 and 1.5. So 1.5 and 1.5 is 1 and 5 is 6. So you're just going to go 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So what is 12 is only 6. So they become half. It's really an understanding. It's a concept, you know. But if you want to do it a lot easier than that, what is between 7 and 4 is just 2 numbers. 11. Between 7 and 4 is 6 and 5, 11. And between 4 and 1 is 2 and 3, 5. W, well, no, that, hold on a second. Give me, if you really want to look at it closer. Okay, first of all, 4, 4 is area space. I'm trying to, this, once it's multiplied, will equal to this. This is energy, time. It's what will create creation at 11p through the cube. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 plus 4 equals to 11. How can I explain? Yes. So we're relating it back to energy, time on the cross. Okay. So this has the same relationship as this. This is on a secondary level. The same thing as, where was I? There's so many things going on. Let me go back to this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, A, B, C, D, E, F. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The game of pool. We stop on the H. The actuality is the H is here. What is in between? It's going to be H, H, H. That's what happens to this. And when this becomes H, 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 I will then take the alphabet and go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And all of this is going to tell me 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8 through 8 and 8. This one's going to be a little bit different. I could have left the real numerics to the ball. The reason I did not leave the real numerics to the ball is I wanted to show you how it inverts to the cube. So where I go from I over to G, which will be, you know, your GI, which will be your 7 and your 9, to where your F and A comes together as 6 and 1, 7, to where your, I'm not happy with the way this is working out. Let me do this on another book. Let me see, where am I here? Okay, let me see where I am in this book here. Okay, I got to go get my water. Give me a second. I'm going to get my water. I'm going to reinstate this. This is going to be the game of pool. I am going to line it up, pool with the cube. I'm going to explain it. Everything is explainable. All the games are explainable according to the cube, according to the face of the calculator, the understanding that the baseball, 3 came together this way and 3 came together this way. 1 met to north-south, 1 met to east-west. When you're moving in directions, you're crossing over barriers. Put things in their perspective. Life creation is here. We have the answer. We just need, and we have the machine that we can enter the equations, the few equations that there are, and to just create the simplicity of seeing a greater story through the numbers and the words, through the equations that are already here. One of the equations is the amount of time it takes Pluto to have its one day, or Earth's day to Pluto's day, comparing the days on other planets. Understanding the basis of numbers. And I'm going to go over the basis of numbers on how to find all your primes, or how to find your first in creation, in star system math, of where does number 1 come from? Where does number 2 come from? Where does number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And then all the levels of it, meaning you want to find number 8. We're going to find 8 through 88. Now, how can I find 88? How can I find 88? I don't know. But I know that 88 will create 8. I'm not sure if there's another, other than 44, and then 2 worlds of 44. But now I'm starting to create a whole big thing. I'd like to understand that another time. But I will say something, that there are only 3 reversed sides on a cube. When you create a ring, you have used 3 sides and 1 side of the other side. When you create a pole, you are not necessarily going around the entire cube, as so the baseball. So when I'm taking up 3 sides, the back side, I don't have 6 fingers. I'm using up just 4 fingers to do this. And I'm using the back side of my hands. And I got all my other fingers free, right? I got 3 and 3, 6 fingers free. It's just understanding the basis and the bias. So I'm going to just go get something to drink. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to the pool and show you how it works with the cube, show you how it works with the calculator. If you want to understand what is 13, what is 7, what is the day of rest, what are the cycles, what is prime, because nothing is singular. From singular, you have to expand. What if it was 2 times this? What if it was 3 times this? What if it was added up to the single digit? And all these realities that I speak about, that I do, are already being done by hundreds and thousands of people around the world. I haven't seen their work, so therefore whatever I'm doing might have already been done. But at least I know there are others using the systems I use. And the words, well, and the numbers, you tell me where the numbers come from. You tell me who made any of these things. I didn't make any one of these tools, plus the deck of cards. I didn't create square paper. I did not create the year 5783. This September, when we fall into the year of gold, what is gold? Gold is pliable. Gold is our freedom. Gold is our freedom. Don't lose your gold. It is pliable, but it has boundaries. White is what we write upon within our freedom. White for everybody. Avoid the 4 corners.
In fact, you can't avoid the four corners. Avoid the four corners. In the four corners, there's no exits. The four corners are in between your three neighbors. That means you have passed on to the other side of your fence. The minute you pass, you can have behind and in front, okay, behind and to the side, behind and in front, but to the corners is not the same. That is an area of three of another and yourself, meaning you have gone beyond your boundaries. The cube speaks for itself. There are only three to one side and three to the other that have been fit and put together. Okay, we note that three, I think 4, 1, and 3 come from one side, where 2, 6, and 5 come from the other side. Or it's 1, 2, let me see, I'm just trying to think. 3 of them and 3 of them come together to create this. And 4 is what turns everything over to the other side. 4 turns everything over to the other side. If we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 turns everything to the other side. Unless we go 1, 3, 2, 4, that we can do. That would be what they call the split gateway. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is what will create the cube this way. 6 and 8 through the 7th gate. Actually, it'll put it up this way. The reason it puts it up this way, because if it's calling for the 7th gate, right? Okay, I'm not getting into that. I'm going into the kitchen. I'm coming back. I'm going to do the pull cube. Then I'm going to try and find, if somebody can ask me to do something, I'll do it if I know how. I usually just make up my own stuff, just like purple. Mars house is purple. And the reason for that and life and is, remember, 1111 is 22. So that means if you're starting on the ring, you must start on 22. Life is 8. 4 and 12 are the purple ball and pull. They create a polarity. They will create the sun and the E world. I'll show you it all. Purple is red and blue. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2, 5. We now have 4 and 5, but we have it with 4 and 3, the DC world, and 4 and 2. 4 and 2 is the division of the gate. How this operates and what we do with it, how do we change these shapes with that, I'm not really sure. We do know that shapes intertwine. All I had to do is put a point over the hexagon. But the primary pentagram cannot be done with a separation of a single square as like Earth, but can be done with a double separation as like Mars. Mars needs a double separation, where Earth only gets a single separation. Where the crossing in between of the worlds has to be done on this angle, on a 45-degree angle. Otherwise, you can't get through the center square. If you're going up and down, you must go this way and this way and this way, creating the letter R passage. See the letter R? The backbone, you have to go forward, to the left, to the back. When you're doing this, I'm hoping I didn't lose the other book. This is not the right book. I need to go get a drink. There's so much work. So much. I love it. I love it. Nothing stops. What I don't like is what I can't share it. And I can't share it. Doesn't matter what the word is. Okay. I believe, according to the words that have been given to me, and it might be a boast word, that we are coming to the end of time where we all are going to learn this word, where we're stepping the dams, the water, the information, the silver light, the silver fish, the information. If it doesn't come into the receivers, us, okay, then it'll blow through Jean-Jacques Chaloc and Bugs Bunny, and all the rivers are going to start to push away. And then it's going to give this jolt of energy to Earth, and we're going to snap off the old vineyard, the old grape vineyard that has been sharing bad wine with us, the bad vibration. Roman numerals. I also wanted show you something about Roman numerals. Everything ties in. It's just amazing. So like this, I'm going to get something to drink in the kitchen, maybe a coffee, maybe take 2-3 minutes. I'm looking for a programmer that can fit in all my information with shapes and what the shapes are and where they come from, like Monopoly, your bar mitzvah at the age of 13, the age of 12 where the female bar mitzvah, the Hebrews are following the moon. At the age of 13, 169 moons have passed. The invert to 169 is 196, 13 times 13, 14 times 14, 14 times 14 is your DNA into the sun. It's a crossover. Also in gematria, they also separate it. M and N are 1 and 1. So either I can keep them on top of each other. I've been separating them apart. Okay. And going 1, 1, 2, because that's the way they're doing it in the alphabet. But maybe I can move them on top of each other. Imagine if I move the two mountains. Okay. I don't know if you know what it looks like. If I take this area 7 and I cross over, okay, and put 4 and 4 on top of each other, what will it say? But here is your Canadian maple leaf. Here is number 1. I'm talking about M and N, 169 to 196, right over here, these two over here. So you have a total of 169, 179, 189. I think it's 27 in between, right? That 27 reverse alphabet. And here it is, the reverse alphabet, 13 and 13, 26. So you're meeting in the center over here between world A and world B. Here's the world of T. When you're counting down T minus 20, this crisscrossing, if we revert it to, let me see if I can get this in the camera. No, it's not coming into the camera. So I'm going to get something to drink. You can take a look at this. You can take a look at this. You can take a look at the separation of markings. What is 10 yards counted as 5 and 5? You can take a look at it as counting to 7 or 13. Understanding Tesla's numbers according to the cube. Again, connecting Tesla's numbers. The angle. Okay, do you see these over here? How can I say the worlds, these two angles is, how can I explain it? When you're coming up to the 7th gate, right? You're meeting the 7th gate right over here. Here's the 7th gate, and here's the 7th gate. And then I'd make another circle, and you'd be between the two homes or the two cubes, right? These are the two cubes. So the Olympic sign, the Olympic pigs, if you want to count them. Here is a street light, and we are being inside area space of creation of DC. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. Where you see 5 and 4 on the left and on the right is 99, right? Let me write this down. 4, 1, 1, 4. Where you go 4 and 1 and 1 and 4, and you'd go 1 and 4 and 4 and 1. Where you go 5 and 4 equals to 9, and 5 and 4 equals to 9 and 20 and 20, 18 and 11 and 18 and 11 equals to 29, and 29 equal to 58, or 29 equaling to 49. Okay, so yeah, I'm going into the kitchen. Give me a minute. Here's another piece.
Lisa, what happened to you? Oh, I love you, Lisa. What do I want from you, Lisa? I love you, Lisa. I do.
Okay. Okay. Where am I in the video? 5622. Okay, we are going to do this again. If you want to understand this, you see the way this hexagon is up here? And there's a hexagon over here. If you want to continue this into the pentagram, it'll serve of no purpose. It's going to come to a point over here. So here's the major hexagon. When this one comes to a point, it comes into the point in the same frame. So we have a hexagon here. Once it's extended, right? Once a hexagon gets formed, it becomes an octagon. So a 6 becomes the 8, and it is the passage in between, right over here. The passage in between. It was once a 6. We gave it a little form, right? I could have gave it form and continued on to one side, right? I gave it form and I could have continued down, but I continued up and I finished the form. And to show you the difference, there's 3 of them. And when I show you 3 rings, okay, do you notice in this one, there's this area over here. Here I did it different. I can still run this. Let me see where I came into. I came here is my mini. Yes, I decided not to put a box here. I showed you the box here. Here, what did I do here? Why did I do one here and not one over here? What is over here? Well, this is the center of 4 areas, but this is also the center of 4 areas. Oh, it's a voided space. Yes, the separation here. Okay, there's a separation here. I'm just trying to see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Where are all the separations? The third one ends here. The next one ends here. There's a separation here. There's nothing here in this. So where the where the octagons are, the hexagons extended, right? 2 rows here, extended 2 rows here, 2 rows here. It's all about 2, 2, 2, 2 equaling to 8. That came from 6. So the passage is in between the wafer, 6 and 8. So we can create the same thing over here, which I did not. I decided not to continue the lines. Why did I not continue the lines? Let me take a look. Here is 12. Here is 10. Sorry, here is 9. Here is 8. Here is 7. 7 connects over here. And this is 10. And then this is 13. And this is 16. Okay, because this is a red. All these are red. There is no red here. There is no place to create anything. I'm only connecting red on red numbers, black on black numbers. And that's why you'll see a key here. Now, does the same thing happen here? I need to understand what happened over here because we had a black here. So why did I not create this? I cannot answer the question right now. Obviously, the in-between is over here. Here it is 2 blacks. What are these blacks? Let me look. This is 36. This is 33 black. No, this is this. Hold on a second. Let me think. 34. Okay, this is 31. Right, because it's turned backwards. This is 31. This is 28. So 28
and 31 is 59, and 28 and 31 is 59, 51, 59, EIO is going on. This area over here, okay, is 26 and 29 and 28 and 31. And the same thing goes over here, and then you can link them all together. And the same thing is done over here. I'm not really sure what I should be calling this area, but this went up here, right, where you don't see it, is number 1, and here is a black one. The black one and the red one interchange. You notice the hockey sticks, or the big C that comes, the CC, come and link together over here. They're joined at 55. They're joined at 55, linking together. Anyways, I promised I'm going to do pull cube. You know what? I just got myself a new pen, took it out, and here is pull cube. Is this a 1.6 or a 1.4? Okay. Here is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. I am going to be replacing the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 with A, B, C, D, E, and F. My average between all of these was one set of 25, and then it was going to be 10 and 15 equals to 25. Then it was going to be 11 and 14 equals to 25, and then it was going to be 12 and 13 equals to 25, noting to be 66, 75. So the passage in gematria, okay, I'm going to show you this. Here is 66, and it connects 57. It is a moon link to EIEIO into the 7th gate. It joins both ends of this world. Now, what happens over here is we get 42. What happens over here, we get 33. This is a gate rotation in the sun to what is area space and what is H2O, ho, 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 the divided gateway. This will create H and O together. The O blood, it'll create another gateway. They both create a gateway, 8 and 8, to what is 42.6 and 32.6. And we can keep crisscrossing them all, but we're not going to get into that. So what happens is we get A and F7, and we get C and D7. And in between, we have B and D Earth. And in between, we're in the DC world right here. So what happens is the same thing over here. If we had A, B, C, D, we're going to go, I'm just going to mark these this way. We're going to go A and A. G and I get A and A. F and J get B and B. C and C. D and D. E and E. F and F and G and G. Did I do that right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we got the 15 ball as G, and we got the 1 ball as G. So what we did here is this. Did I get this right? No, I think I got it wrong. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got that wrong. Should I do it that way? Yeah, we can do it that way. So we have 11, okay, 1 and 1 coming together as 16. Then we have, this is 1 and 1. 1 and 1, or A and A, comes together as 7 and 9. Then B and B comes together as 6 and 10. Then C and C come together as 5 and 11. And then D and D come together. Okay, I don't know if I should have did it this way, but okay, just let me just continue. So you notice that the guideline is equal to 4 and 12. This is where purple comes in. This is where the key comes in. And the difference between 3 and 4 and purple is what happens in purple, and I'm way off base, but I'm going to do it here, is purple equals to the number 88. The next rotation to 88 is 80. 80 is the void over the area 51, area space. 80 took over for root 66. 88 purple is caused by red and blue. So when you see that, you have to understand 40 and 27. I know there's a 40 face. I know there's a 40 face to Rubik's. There's a 40 face, the 1-9, the 3-7. In fact, hold on, let me just mark it. The face, okay, is 1 through 9 equaling to 45. The face combo, okay, is 1 through 9 equaling to 10, 2 through 8 equaling to 10, 3 through 7 equaling to 10, 4 through 6 equaling to 10, and everything going around 5 equaling to 20. Your total is 60. Now, number one, now you're crisscrossing patterns. There's a whole lot of things going on here. The base of your face is 45. There are 6 sides, equals to 270. 1/4 is missing. That's our world. That's our life. The beta gates, we're being watched on this side. We're being watched on this side. So if you're being watched here and you're being watched here, right? The minus minus world to the plus plus worlds. We're being watched by minus plus and minus plus. Forget about this corner over here. It goes from here into here. And we're watched by these two, both worlds, the 90 and the 90. Our life is right over there in this area over here. Notice the 77, the way they come together to create an arrow. 7 does a lot. So anyways, regardless of all this, what happens is blue goes with the boy, and it also goes with the cold. The red goes with the girl. 3 and 4. The girl is from Mars. The boy is from Earth. Cold. Girl, hot. 43 and 34 create matter, create Christ, create 19 and 19, create 12 and 12, create 7 and 7. These numbers come from the multiplication of 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals to 7 and 12 equals to 19. So this is going to create 77, which is matter, Christ. It'll create the numeric value, which will connect I and R, which is 99. Did I do this properly over here, explaining where A, B, C, D, E, F, G? So what happens with the O is, this is what happens. It is A, okay, over to N, and it stops. And then it becomes O over to J, and then it stops. Joanne, this is part of pi. This is part of creation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1. These are the 15 balls in pool. I don't really like the way I did that. Maybe I should do it again. I just want to do it real quick. The game of pool, okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then I don't even know where I want to put H. And then I'm going to put H over here. And then I'm going to put I, J, K, L, M, N, O, and then P. And really and truthfully, there is no P, but you do have to note that 4 times 4 equals to 16 P. 4 plus 4 equals to 08 H. The total is 24X. The reverse is 11K S19 and C03. So KSC Costco, I don't know. So I'm just leaving it at that. So this is your basic. So what would happen now is G, let me see, and I would have come together, and then G and I, and then F would have come together. I'm just trying to see how the link would come together. Let me do this again. Hold on a second. I'm doing this for myself. It's taking a long time. I'm still learning. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. I feel like I'm wasting everybody's time. I got to do what I got to do. I can't look. I'll read people's questions. So what's going to happen is G will go here, and I will go here, and F will go here. And when F goes here, I goes there, J, K. Okay, so this is I. So I and G create 16. So F and J create 16. So that means E and K create 16. So that means D and L create 16. So this is going to be a polarity. This is going to be a polarity. And C, this is going to be a polarity. So L and K are polarities. L and K become polarities. The 11th and the 12th ball all of a sudden become polarities. I didn't see that before. So we will now be connecting to, let me go, L, M, N, O, P. We're going to go at H. We're going to go at A and B. And then we would connect the next pool ball. So why did I decide to leave 9 over here? Well, it was the 9th area. So the 9th area came from somewhere else. So now I'm going to have to figure out what is this area over here. There's going to be another set missing here and another set missing here. If this happens, how can I do this? Let me see if this works out. This will be H, and this will be E, and this will be G, and this will be D. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, yeah, that's the way it works out. Then this will be H, this will be K, and this will be N, this will be J, and this will be M. And then we'll fill this in over here, this will be Q. And that's the way this, and everything will be surrounded by I. If I had to put the pool balls in here and fill out the rest of the form, noting that H and P are separations to new realms, and all the opposites add up to 16. 16, and your polarity is here. Here and here is a polarity, and their reverse of their polarity was on third to last, right? 15, 14. So M and was it M and N? The M and N is a separation, or let me see, 3 and 4. So you go back 1, 2, 3, 4. You go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get it's K and L, unless you go from the beginning 1, 2, 3. I'm not really sure which way to look at this. So this is over to that, and this is just a pull. Anyways, whatever it is, this is your reflective area. I'm tired. I just have to concentrate. Your revert alphabet towards the pull game will put the I letter with the G. It'll put the J with the F. It'll put the K with the E. 1, 1, and 5. So let me mark this out. We will get H is the separation. So then we get G and I. Then we get F and J. Then we get E and K. Then we get D and L, F and M. No, I'm going backwards. Where am I going? C and M, B and N, and A and O. So this would be 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, and 16. 76. So the game of pull reflecting the spirit of 76, the freedom of 55, that's going to lead us up right into the sun. Okay, the game of pull is 15 balls equaling to 120, which is the moon, and it is the numeric pass of ABC. A, B, C. A equaling to 1, B equaling to 3, and C equaling to 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equaling to 6 in addition. So this is the basis of the game of pool and the division between night and day. 4 times 4 equals to P. 4 plus 4 equals to H. We're only seeing H, but if I continue the pull, the next stoppage over here, the 16th ball, will be like an 8 ball. It'll be P, except this will be 8. This will be 16. 1 and 6 is 7. And every level, okay, of 8 will reduce. Your first level of 8 and your second level of 8 equals to 16, equals to 1 plus 6 equals to 7. Your next level of 8 equals to 15, equals to 1 plus 5 equals to 6. And every level, so if we go to the next level of 8 equals to 14, equals to 1 plus 4 equals to 5. So we used 2 8s, I used 3 8s, I used 4 8s. So this is where it begins. This 8 over here, okay, is one side of the cube. You only can do 3. The next one inverts the cube and mirrors it, basically. When you put a cube into the ground this way, it's got 3. It's got 3 sides when it's pointed this way, 3 sides up. If it's sitting this way, it has 4 sides around and 2 sides, 1 side up and 1 side down. This is the game we play on Earth. 5 and 1. In between 5 and 1, I'm just going to jump off the subject. In between 5 and 1. Since I have to look for it, I'd rather just rewrite it for the 1000th time. In between 5 and 1. In between 5 and 1 is 2, 3. 2, 3. Is 2, 3, and 4. In between 5 and 1 is 2, 3, and 4. And what you would think between 10 and 5 would be the same thing as between 5 and 1. It's not. Because between 10 and 5 is 9, 8, 7, and 6 numbers. Between 2 and 5 is 2, 3, and 4 numbers. This equals to 9, and this equals to 30. The difference is the cube, 21. So when you're looking at Roman numerals, okay, 1,000, and then you're looking at 500, and then you're looking at 100, and then you're looking at 50, and then you're looking at 10, and then you're looking at 5, and then you're looking at 1. Your separation here is 2, 3, 4. Your separation here is 6, 7, 8, 9. Your separation here is 20, 30, 40. Your separation here is 60, 70, 80, 90. Your separation over here is 200, 300, 400. Okay. All of 200, all of 300, all of 400. Okay. The separation here is 600, 700, 800, and 900. So this is 3,000. This is 900. This is 300. This is 30. And this is 9. So 3, 9, 4,200, 4239. I don't know what it means, but that's the separation of what is 1666 and 4239 equals to 15 and 1, 0 and 9 and 5, 5905. I have no idea what it means, but that's what the separation of this is. And you notice between D and C, okay, over here, because C is 100, D is 500. Between D and C is 900. And where is D and C again? Between 1 and 5 is not D and C. We don't have D and C again. Is there anything like D and C? Well, can you count 50 and 10 being like D and C? Or 1/10 of D and C? Wow, did I do that for the whole thing? We have an angel cat here. We have the creation of the I world. So this is what happens with Roman numerals. The other thing that happens in Roman numerals is that we have 1 is used, then 1, 1 is used, then 1, 1, 1 is used, then 1 V is used, then V is 1 is used, and then and then V is used, and then V1 is used, and V11 is used, and V111 is used, and then we have X minus 1 is used, and X1 is, and X is used, and then X1 and X11, and then X111. This is where 13 comes in. See, there's a separation. There's a separation in numbers. Okay, 13 is a separation between 13 and 14 in the alphabet. Between 12 and 13, you also have to note that there is a difference between 12 and 13. When I built the gematria ribs, it is the 12 that will connect the 11 and 13 together. Your 24 cat, right? Your K and M, your kosher mark. Anyways, so you have X. So after that, it switches to where you'll have X1V and then X. And as you count up how everything counts up, an X V and then XV1, XV11, XV111, and then you'll have X1V, and then you'll have you'll have X1X, then you'll have XX and XX1, and so on and so forth. And as you build up, there's all kinds of stories going on. I'm tired. No one's watching. I have 2 comments. Is there anybody here right now? Let me see. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to come back. Is somebody still here from Facebook? Let me go to Facebook. View on Facebook. Let me see. I think I let me see. Okay, let me take a look at my settings over here on Facebook. Okay, just give me a second. Leo, you still around? Hold on. Okay, let me see if I can change the settings. Share, reply. I can't put. Have you done that in settings? I'm going to take a look. Let me see. No, I think I know. Let me see. I have to figure out. I never really looked. Where's my settings? Your channel, pin groups, pause, homes, administration, insight. Let me see settings. Setup group, privacy, public, visible, location, tags, name, description, custom settings, group color, badges, group affiliation, group type, jobs, rooms, anonymous, mentorship, request guides, host, participation, approval, off. Anyone can post and comment. Okay. Participation, questions, approve all member posts. Okay. It says approve all member posts, but I don't want to, but it won't let me change it. Save. Okay, just 1 second. Let me see. Oh, okay. Hold on. Approve credits on, sort, approve members posts. Okay, save. Okay. Approve credits, link pages. Okay. Participation. Who can participate in the group? Okay, I don't know how some of the stuff works. The cancel. Approve credits on, linked pages, recommended groups, 2 groups recommended, apps. Let me see this. Okay, that's okay. Community onward. Who can participate in the group, tags, guides. So it doesn't say anything about pictures because I'm looking right now. Who can participate in the group? Let me see that. Profile pages, only profiles, cancel. Manage all members' posts is off, sort comments. Pictures, it doesn't say anything about pictures. Activity log, group rules, membership, modern, participants, guidelines, educator, administrate, monitor, highlights, insights. No, it should everything should be good. Okay, look.
Okay, I'm looking at your I don't really understand it. I am right. We never stay in the same place. 1 through 13 equals to 91. We are shifting, and I believe we shift. If you want to use the dartboard or you want to use the pool game, counting I through M equals to 91. Our shift is between 40. Our shift is at 45, and what that means is 45 and 46 are the separation in numbers. When you count 1 through 9, it equals through 45. Then when you count 10, 11, 12, 13, is that what it is? 10, 11, 12, 13. 10, 11, 12, 13 equals to 46. And that is 10, 11, A, B, C, D. And it is the same focus as A, B, C, D equals to 6. A, B, C equals to 6, as is A, B, C all the way to I, equaling to 45. I need to mark this down, show you this. So we have A, B, C equaling to 6, as A through I equals to 45, as J through M equals to 46. So J, K, L, M, as A, B, C, D equals to 10. So these are equal to each other, 4 and 6, 10, as 1 and O, 10. This is an extremity, but it never happens. It's only going to be A to H equaling to 35, which is 1.25 more than the 28-day moon cycle, in which is, 1 cube, and 2/3. It's 1 and 2/3, 1666. The same as monopoly money, and the same as dividing 5 by 3. The two sides of time, 60 seconds and 100 seconds cut in half. Split time. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Yes, all the letters and words lead to 9, absolutely. And their extension, when we're meeting something at the center, or if something comes through the center and we each wholly get it. Something comes through the center, which is chopped off from both sides, right? You know, when you close something to the center here, you can't bring down the top at the same time. If you're doing this, that's fine. You must stop here. You can't bring this in, because then this will be closer to the center and the north-south will be further away when the east-west are close. When the north-south are close, the east-west will be twice the distance away, because they have to be away from the arms coming down. They can't come together. Unless they're perfect. Yes, they can all come together if they were perfect, of course. 2 from here, and then you'd have 2 and 2 on the equal level over here. You'll have 4 of them coming in, but here you'll have 1 above and 1 below. Did you follow what I'm getting to? Inquire the ring. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, 13 and 14, 169, 196, between the 13th moon and 5488, the sky pass. I'm just trying to see the 196 moons times 28 days equals 5488, and then 169 moons times 28 equals to 4732. Anyways, the gateway through DC. Thank you very much for watching this video. I got to think about it. And remember, 8 and 1 go together, and 7, the beta gates, 7 and 2, 8 and 1. Thank you for watching DC Life World Heaven's Gate.